Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. We've all been there. You get a new product or appliance, right? You tear open the box, you assemble it, you install it. We can usually figure out how to use the item, right? It's
usually.
Kind of a game. And sometimes we'll take a look at the instructions, but then we normally think, what do I do with this manual? Right? No, turns out it can be quite useful to read and through our product manuals, especially if we want to be able to keep that item in good working order.
Yeah, absolutely. And today we have Jeanne Badgett here with us. She is with Extension. She is an Extension Associate in the Family and Consumer Sciences Cooperative Extension at the University of Kentucky. And she's going to tell us why it's a good idea to hold on to some of those manuals like the ones that you brought in today and why we should actually read through them too, right?
Yes, yeah.
Jeanne, we're going to file this under good common horse sense because, but we all do it, right? We get excited that we figured it out on our own. It's like a little game, and then where's the manual, right? It usually gets tossed. Not a good idea.
Right,
Yeah.
and I just want to say, I'm here to put a plug in for appliance manuals. I've been waiting to say it all week. I'm putting a plug in for it.
A plug for
Pun intended.
Right, these often overlooked resource gems.
Yes.
So, yes, but basically I'm just going to start. I brought some examples of manuals that I have saved at my house, and you'll notice they'll say on here, read before use. That's the thing. People, they just, like you said, they'll open up the box and just throw away the manual.
It's almost like a challenge.
Yes, it is.
We want to try to figure it out without reading the instructions, and that's not the best way to go.
Right, because in the manual there will be important information. Sometimes before you use an item, you're supposed to do something to it, like to prime it or to clean it or do something before the first use.
Especially with tech.
Yes.
Or cooking appliances are like that.
Right.
Because there's like some preservatives or something that could be chemicals that are on there. You want to clear it off before you actually put your food into it, right?
Exactly. So, and also, there's several things I want to make sure we touch on, but real quickly with the major appliance manuals, you may not realize this, but for example, like a toaster manual will tell you how to toast your bread and what the different features and benefits are the toaster. You might think, oh, I just put it in, put the thing down, but actually read those manuals at least once. And then if you want to throw it away, that's fine.
Right.
Because
you could be missing out on some pretty awesome options and features.
Yes, yeah.
You might not know about,
Also when it comes to cleaning and maintaining. So for example, dishwashers, did you know that you're supposed to actually clean the filter in your dishwasher? Most dishwashers have a filter in the bottom. Like if your dishwasher's not cleaning well, maybe because you haven't emptied the filter. So that's going to be, see, this this is like, you should put this in your nightstand drawer and read it every night before bed.
Gosh,
That's what I do.
I had no idea.
And then, well, I've been on before talking about sorting laundry. Your washer manual actually tells you how to do that. It tells you what all those buttons are for.
Yes.
So, you know, you're not supposed to go to school for that. You just read the manual.
Right.
And then dryers also will tell you how to be safe. Use the dryer safely. Empty the lint filter, how to clean out the big filter that goes outside.
If you don't do that, you're in trouble.
That's why it's important to actually read these things.
I know there's a lot of buttons on my washer, and I haven't even, I only use maybe a handful of the, you know, at least 25, 30 buttons that are on there. I only use maybe a handful of them.
It's like our phones.
Because you're using all the other buttons, right?
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
But,
absolutely, I am.
And so, like, here I have this stack.
Yes.
You don't want to keep it. People say, I can look it up online.
Right.
But that's okay. But a couple things. Not everybody has great internet access in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So that's why it's nice having something to read.
Yes.
Right.
But also, when you search it online, you may come up to a website that's just all about appliance manuals. It's not from the actual manufacturer.
Yes.
And it'll ask you to download certain software.
Yeah.
The best thing is if you're going to look it up online, go to the actual manufacturer website.
Yes.
So type in that name and make sure that's where you're looking for the manual.
That piece part that you don't anticipate needing 10 years after you installed the thing, those manuals can come in handy. Online can come in handy too. I consider it a badge of honor, Jeannie, that you've got that stack and that it's slightly yellow too. That means you've held on to them. It means you've taken care of your appliances and you haven't had to replace them.
But remember, so you keep them where you're going to find them.
Yes.
Like in a box, in a binder, in a drawer. Maybe keep them all together, just so there's one spot. But go through them periodically because you'll say, oh, I don't have that anymore, and then you can toss them.
Great
advice. Like on a Saturday night when you're bored. Go through your appliance manuals.
Good horse sense advice here. As ever
don't
from
throw
the
them away right away.
From the UK Cooperative Extension Office, there's their website on the screen, and every time you're in, we just marvel at the thousands of topics that you guys have available for the public
I
and
know.
for free.
Yeah.
We love it. Thank you so much for coming in, Jeanne.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
me.
Great advice. I'm not throwing away any more manuals.
Please don't.
Stick with us. Back after this.